Today we're going to be looking at Pocono Raceway's North Course. It's about a 1.5-mile layout with 7 turns, including NASCAR's Turn 3. It's a relatively straightforward layout. There isn't too much elevation change. However, it does have one of the fastest straightaways in the Northeast. So let's jump right in and have a look. One thing that's somewhat unique about Pocono North is that you enter the track from the high side of Turn 2 instead of the bottom of Turn 2. So for this walkthrough, I'm going to start us on Turn 2 where you would come onto the track and then work our way back around to Turn 1. This is NASCAR Turn 3 and this course is Turn 2. Right away, you're going to notice these white dots that are in the middle of the track. Ideally, you want to be placing your car on the first couple of white dots and then stay just below them after you've gone through the apex of the corner. You can carry quite a bit of speed, however, higher power cars may have to get out of the throttle a little bit on exit as the car goes up the banking. Don't be afraid to get right up alongside the wall here. The day I was shooting, there was some standing water there, so I was off a little bit. You'll also notice some cones that are stuck in the fence, which are the brake markers for Turn 3. Turn 3 is very fast. Some cars can take this flat out. However, there's a bump immediately on the apex that you can see here with this water puddle. If you take it flat out and hit this bump, it's going to unsettle the car. So ideally, you want to place the car about 1/2 a car width off the apex. Now aim the car for the entrance curbing of Turn 4 and apply the brakes. It's a late turn in with a late apex, so as soon as you're down on the apex curbing, start getting back on the throttle to prepare for the next short straightaway. Turn 5 doesn't use any brake markers, but on the right there's a patch of gravel that I use as my reference point. It's a nice late turn in, just like the previous corner. However, there's a couple of different exits depending on how you want to approach Turn 6. Here I don't track out all the way, and that's so I can get back track left for the entrance of Turn 6. This allows for a wider turn in with a later apex. This really benefits cars that want to understeer, so anything front wheel drive or anything that's set up with a street alignment. After you come out of 6, you just want to pin the car to the grass on the left for Turn 7. This highlighted area here shows an access road, which has a lot of different imperfections in the pavement. I use cracks in this access road as my brake markers for Turn 1. Turn 1 seems very tight on approach, but because you're re-entering the NASCAR track, it is actually quite wide on exit. I try to get my car as close to that yellow line there as possible, and then run the car all the way up to the outside wall. Just to go back quickly here to show you another line through Turn 6. Notice I don't come back all the way track left for the entrance. Instead, I just stick it to the bottom. This is actually a bit faster through here, but your car needs the grip to handle it. Now, as we come along here through Turn 7, pit in is not well marked, so I just wanted to give a little shot of me coming into the pits here so you don't blow the checkered or get lost out on track. Okay, so here comes a full lap. Dab of brakes coming into Turn 1, get down on that yellow line, run the car all the way out to the wall. This banking is going to take some speed out of the car, so you can come through there a bit quicker. Hit these white dots all the way down to the apex, and now as you start coming back up the banking, you want to stay just track right of these white dots. After that Pocono marker on the wall, it starts to straighten back out, so run it all the way out to the outside wall. Look for the cones on the left for your brake zones between the 2 and the 3 cone. Keep it off the bumps, nice and straight into the brake zone for Turn 4. Wind it down nice and light, start to pick up the power for this short straightaway. Smoothly bring the car back across track right. You got plenty of time. Use this gravel patch here as your reference point for the turn in. Wind it down nice and late. Pick your poison here, how you want to come out of this corner to set up for 6. I stick it to the bottom here. Like I said, my car has quite a bit of grip. Get back into the throttle nice and early. Pin it to the left here through 7. And that's one lap around Pocono North.